these,
People are really terrified of the snake eyes.
congested emotions
Got them
and
jumping
shit
at their own shadows.
that you could have just told me the truth.
They
And
may
then,
be Lord
I
Ganabel's
felt
light
bad because
but
I was
for
like,
all it's the snake eyes who control the realm.
and the
One wrong look,
she was such
in your history.
shit.
So Zephyr's being moved to
She is calling
Sisselton.
herself liking me.
Let's cross our fingers we catch up with him on the way.
Date her, I couldn't work
I
there
mean,
at that
the plan was
location, but she
always for
did
me to take
send
you
me
guys
the
to
closest
Sisselton
one. And I'm
anyway.
like, but I ain't trying to date
But
you. I'm trying
a
to
word
get
of
the
advice.
paper and get the fuck on.
Oh?
Let them fraternize at my place of business. You know,
There's a
where I get
forest
my
we have to
money.
pass through on our way
I don't even
there.
make friends.
I won't lie to
It's
you.
just
It'll be
it just be happening
dangerous.
that way.
More
So,
Sugals?
Wild ones at
I was like,
that.
okay.
They
whatever,
hunt in
you know.
packs, led by the
She gave me the
biggest,
job,
meanest
they
one.
promote me
My
from-
friends and I got cornered by
At
one on
first, I
our way
was
to
dishwasher. I said, I want
Calagria.
some
That's how we
simple,
got split
you know,
up.
They had automatic
We'll just have to
dishwasher.
keep our wits about us then.
Dishes in there, easy as fuck, no hard job. But they saw that, you know, the dishes I was putting there was super clean, so then they made me into a line cook. First, I was doing food prep. Then they was like, well, damn, you learned that super fast. You learned that shit in one day. OMG, and you know how to cook. Well, can you be a line cook? Can we pay you more money? I'm like,
The forest we're about to walk through is pretty dangerous. Let's make sure we're prepared before we
and
go
I,
further.
I do the line cook thing, and I got super popular real quick because I was rollerblading from Wyandotte to
Rimrod,
Applebee's,
if you get
and I was
injured,
bringing
just let Shion know,
tons
okay?
of customers. I had my little work shirt on and everything.
I only have
And
one
every
pair
time
of
I got to
hands,
work,
you know.
packed. Like, it was no seats available. Like, packed. And I was tired as fuck. I'm like, oh man. But I did a whole 8-hour shift, no break. She wouldn't even let me take a break. I was so sick of this bitch. And, you know, I'm like,
Shion,
you know what?
could we talk a moment?
What's going on with her?
And here
You know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
thinking of-
Because
The matter?
I
It's-
don't want
I
to
just don't-
promotions
I
and
don't-
shit.
An
Change her
emergency.
position. And you got me with this.
If they-
Fuck,
I
dude.
didn't
It was this guy. He
Look,
looked like
I'm trying to say is,
he looked like a rapper.
if we're going to be traveling together,
He
it
actually
makes more
was like
sense to do it as companions.
I was
rather
like, bro,
than
what's going on?
being
You know
at
what
each
I'm
other's
saying?
throats
Like,
the
I
whole
know what I am,
time.
because why the fuck would you
I
work
still
here,
don't
you
get
know,
it.
for that kind of money. And unless it's just
But I
big,
do
it's like,
understand
no, this job
that
ain't
whatever
working.
it is,
He looked like
it obviously
and
must
he,
mean a
you know,
lot
all
to
he
you.
wanted to do was flirt
I'm
with
not
the
trying to
girls,
make things more difficult for
and
you
was,
just
you
for the
know,
sake of it.
on the DS.
So, I'll make more of an effort
Because it
to
was
talk
this white
every
guy
now
that
and
called
then.
himself like
Even when we don't
kept
have to.
flirting with me and was
Happy?
like, so are you gonna walk me home tonight? And I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
if you'll get the fuck up out of
Yeah,
here.
I am.
You know, because
And
he
if
knew
you
I
don't
was
mind,
late. He was like,
I'm
"Well,
going to
going
get
in the
you
same
sleep.
direction."
Have a good night.
And he seen that I like Kelly, so he was like, Kelly, he's going to walk me on tonight. She
Didn't
laughed.
get
She
it,
was like,
huh?
yeah, you walking to school? Huh? I was like, nah. I'm like, I got rollerblades. How the fuck I'm gonna walk?
I
I'm
think
trying to
it's
get the hell
time we
out
go
of
to
here,
sleep.
lady. I ain't got time.
How long do you plan on just sitting around doing nothing, Alphen? Because it looks to me like you're taking your sweet time getting ready.
I'm not procrastinating, if that's what you're implying.
Oh?
Alright.
Sure looks like it to
Next thing
me.
you know,
You had me
the-
worried you'd forgotten our mission.
As time
Again.
went on, first
I
time
know.
straight,
You don't need to keep
it
reminding
hurt my
me.
pain. I
Hey,
started
Alvin. I'm already
doing
over
shirts
here.
on my way to work. So the
Right.
the store.
Thanks for letting me know.
I saw you talk.
And
Nothing in particular.
I don't know what motherfucker there.
I just figured that maybe she would open up a little
It
if I
was
tried
one
talking to her.
individual that
What?
kept
Her? She's a
literally melting
redhead.
my wheels.
I know
on my
we're
road.
working with her,
And
but that doesn't
I
mean
was
we have
like,
to play
what the fuck,
nice with
man?
her.
You know, I put him in the office. How's this
Look,
happening?
we're all going to be traveling
So
together
I told
for
her
a while.
about it. She didn't do
It's
too
only gonna
much.
make
She
things
said, we can
harder if we're
replace
at each
it,
other's
you know,
throats.
We recommend you don't bring your property
If all we
to work.
do is bark orders at each other instead of working together, that's not much different than how it is for the rest of us.
You know, I'm in a
I think it's important that we all understand each other and work together as equals, if it's at all
The
possible.
hospital in the residential
Do
area,
we though?
you know, Wyandotte, and I'm hauling ass all the way over
Because
here.
I sure don't
to
get the feeling she
Southgate,
needs to do the
you
same.
know, to work. So I'm like, what the fuck? Burnt
As soon
out.
as Zephyr disappears,
And,
all hell breaks loose.
she,
We can't
I
get
had
anything done if
It was
things
so
stay
fucked
tense
up
like
because
this.
like the day
What the hell am I supposed to
figuring out
do?
what she called me for, she was trying to promote me, and she was like, you know, I want you to come in for a meeting.
Guess I'll just have to keep hammering away then.
I'm like, what?
See
I
how it
can't do
goes.
it. And you know, she got pissed off, and she's like, why? I was like, because I had plans. I already, this wasn't on the schedule. You know, I'm not within the vicinity. I'm out and about. And, you know, because she got an attitude, the bitch fired me. I said, oh, you. And then, not only did the bitch fire me, she blackballed me. So I was like, oh, you dirty bitch. But she was, you know, her actions was stimulated from, her actions were stimulated from jealousy too, because, you know, everybody seen a little white dude flirting with me and shit, and, you know, they laughed about it, and I was just like, man, what the hell is going on with this dude? Because, you know, he was out there. It was like he didn't give a fuck about people knowing, you know.
Come on, guys, we've got lots
where
to
his
do.
interests lie and shit, and, you know, he was a cool dude, so I was just like, whatever, man, I was nice to him and shit. I laughed, I had a good giggle at the shit. One of the days, my feet was hurting so bad for rollerblading to work, and
It's
then
like my hands
it was
aren't
8 hour shift.
responding anymore.
I had decided
It's
to walk
because they're
back,
cold.
and he caught up to me, and, you know, he walked to the fort in Eureka and shit, and he was, you know, like, bro, you should come over and hang out sometime. But I know what you trying to do. No, I'm straight. But she, you know, seeing how the dude was
Just a natural
always,
reaction.
you know, like cheery and happy, and, you know, fuck around with me and shit. She got jealous, and then that she did that whole ass shit. So I said, oh man, I do not like dealing with petty ass motherfucking people. So, you know, that's like where my tolerance level was. That's why it was so low when I was dealing with my bro, when he wouldn't, you know, speak his mind and shit about what he was feeling. I'm like, bro, I just do not have time to entertain that kind of shit. I just don't. I don't like it.
This is
You know what I mean?
great.
Like, I feel
The
like,
taste
you
in a
know, when you 15 to 20, that's acceptable. When you a full-fledged adult, you know,
I'll see you again tomorrow.
like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Open your fucking mouth. Write shit on a piece of paper or something. You know, but at least say what you gotta say.
I think we've
or,
rested long enough.
You know,
Let's keep moving.
you know, make whatever you need to be known. You know what I'm saying? In a respectable way, of course. But he was tweaking, so I said, okay, you know what? I don't want to be in the same household as you right now, because
So
you know,
this is
you
the forest
really
king
taking my
Zugos
spirit.
who warned us
So
about.
I was like, my
No sign of
ex-girlfriend was
Zephyr,
like,
though.
hey, you know, I got a
Which
spot
means either they
in
had the
Texas,
skills to make it through
San
safely,
Antonio, Texas, if
or we're
you
too
wanna
late,
come here
and the strays got to them
and,
first.
you know, get a fresh start.
Do you say every
Life.
thought out loud?
Just the true ones.
And, you know,
Are we moving or
okay,
what?
we live by Shopping Plaza too. That's when I found out that I was getting blackballed through Applebee's because the lady told me. And I said, what the fuck? Why this bitch is
Don't
going?
worry,
Like,
Noodle.
why is she going out
It's
her way
okay.
to inconvenience me when I didn't do shit to, you know, get her to do that? You know what I'm saying?
I can barely
But
see enough to
that's
take 2
when it
steps
came to
forward without bumping
superiority
into something.
complex. That's what some,
Yeah.
you know,
I have to be careful not to miss anything coming from off the path.
This is nothing.
Get mad,
When things
you know,
get real bad around here, you can get lost
because
without even realizing
you
it.
don't bow down enough, or you don't, you're not submissive to them. You know what I'm saying? They do little petty shit, hold you down, hold you back. And I was like, shit, man, you know what I'm saying? I was so mad.
You
They
are-
really
As
set
soon
me
as I'm
back
done
a
here,
lot.
come help
And
out.
I'm like, man,
This
my
could be useful.
girlfriend, she was like, well, you know how I feel about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. As long as you get a job, you got a spot if you want to stay out here in Texas. And 2 weeks went by. And then I was like, you know what? Oh man, I had so much fun hanging out with her.
Freezing. I can barely feel my toes.
It's just,
Let's find a way back
I
up
just
quickly
couldn't do
then.
it because it was like, damn, I came down here with no car. That was the dumbest decision I ever made in my life. And then on top of that, you know, Texas is humongous. Like San Antonio, Texas is. It was discouragingly huge. Like I was just like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? It take almost an hour just to go to one city to the next. Right? Motherfucking buses out there. Like, this shit is built different. Like it really is humongous out here. And you know, this is not a place where you can just, you know, walk from city to city like how it is out here in Michigan, where cities are, you know, relatively close. You can even walk down the street and get a home. in this area. So it was a huge difference, you know. I'm like, damn,
No
like, you
complaints
actually
from me.
gotta cross the freeway for a little while before you get to the next city around here. This shit don't make no sense. But you know, I was like, I can't do it. But I had such a blast, like that's when I realized the quality of people you have in your life. You know what I'm saying? You can have fuck people in your life, you can call yourself in your life, or you can have people that truly love you and appreciate you and respect you.
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
You know, she fucked me. And when I got there, like, I had a lot of my clothes, I had I was like, fuck my clothes. I started over, I did something new, you know, because one, my buddies,
Easy peasy.
brother's friends, was
I could easily see us getting lost here while we're trying to find Zephyr. I get this is supposed to connect the capital to the villages. Why has it got to be so winding? And not only that, why are there so many Zoogle?
When I got there, I was missing a lot of shit. A lot of things. I just had pants, long sleeve shirts, fall is cold as fuck, spring is cold as fuck, winter time is a monster. Yeah, so you do a lot more cold than you do with
There are still more left.
But you also get the wet season too, and it'd be cold as fuck.
Okay, here I go.
Wet season. So I was just like, oh man.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
I don't have anything summer related. And she was like, oh, you know what? Here you go. And, you know, she gave me brand new clothes.
I won't forgive you.
And shit. And I said, oh shit. Oh shit. You know, plus a big ass Ziploc bag. Filled with mirrors. And I said, damn, what? This for me? She's like, yeah. I love this stuff. I don't fuck that shit like that. And I said, oh, okay. What? You know what's illegal out here in Texas? This is hot shit. This is, you'll definitely sometimes like this, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, even though Mary, she's legalized in the state of Michigan for recreational fun, she's not out there in Texas. So I was like, how you get your hands on fire ass bag? I open that
This
shit
is
like
barely
that.
target practice. Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Shit. So, you know, I was really excited, and I'm like, damn, man, she really do got love for me. And I was like, I had felt bad because, you know, when you deal with people who got feelings for you and you don't reciprocate that feeling, you know, the way they expect you to, they have resentment. And that was one of the things I had realized, you know, about her, because like, we was having such a good time, and then I left. And then,
Should this really be here?
sometime later, I was doing DoorDash, and, you know, she called me. And was like, just come back to the crib, you know. Bring the car back.
Forgive you.
My car was towed. She was like, bring the car back, you know. You didn't have to. I'm you know, I got all that shit ready, you know, it's not enough to do it, you know, just come back. So, I come back to the crib, you know, but before I come back, she started coming back. And I said, I fucked up, because this woman don't, you know what I'm saying, that's just not, she don't used to do that. She tells us stuff.
Why'd you heal me?
She's strong, she's a real life warrior, you know what I'm saying? She did a lot of ass police, you know, a lot of push.
Say no more.
And still stay vigilant and strong.
Thank you.
But anyway, you know, she ain't been
I can feel my precision improving.
That, like, when I saw how she
design of this equipment is
reciprocated, you know,
really interesting.
love and appreciation as a friend, that's when I realized that, you know, okay, if your friends ain't putting out like this, you know, with support, they really don't, they not really fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not really your friends. And you know, that was rough, you know, to have to come to that realization about about you know, having to come to that realization was hard for me. I'm like, damn, man, I don't want her to, I got some of this stuff, I don't know which one to use. But yeah, I was just so disgusted, man. I was like, okay, not by her, but I was just disgusted by just, you know, my buddy's attitude about, you know, being honest. And I was like, bro, see, this is why we don't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't go that level with you, you know what I mean, or even consider that. Because you just don't you know, keep it real with yourself, and that's hard to deal with somebody who is not confident.
You must really like it,
you know
Alphen.
what I'm saying? Because you got to deal with their depression, you got to deal with their insecurities, you got to deal with their, you know, lack thereof. And I'm like, me as a person, spiritually, physically, mentally, I've been through way more situations than you. So my drive is, you know, different. My motivation is different. You know, I got the aptitude and the mental fortitude to keep it pushing, and you know, I don't let things cripple me. You know what I'm saying? That has a negative effect on my emotions. And that's one of his biggest weaknesses is that when he gets you know, he gets counterproductive. He don't really, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do shit. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So what are you doing, bro? Like, you know, you can't. Just because shit ain't going your way right now, you just can't give up. You know what I'm saying? You just can't sit and your misery, you know, or your disappointment, or your failure, you know, or your lack thereof. You got to improve, you know, keep it moving. And that's one of the qualities that he just didn't possess at the time. And I was like, bro, you got such a good spirit, you know. And I you know, don't mind hanging out with you. You just don't apply yourself. You know what I'm saying? And where is your confidence in yourself? That, on top of passive aggressiveness, is just really, it's frustrating. Dude.
What's wrong?
So I just felt like, nah, bro. You know,
got it.
like
For real?
I want you to live your life a little bit mature. You know, and if I am a single person at that time, and you know, you made your progress, and you know what I'm saying, I might consider at that point in time if I was to go that route. But I was like, nah, bro, you know, you just, you know, my family, my bro. But he didn't take it that way. And then once I went to Texas, he went to the military. So he told me first, he was like, you know, this is how I feel. I really don't want you to go. I was like, bro, it's too late. I already told her yes.
We've got company,
I had made a decision.
and not the
before I
nice
even told
kind
her
either.
And that's where he got felt frustrated. And I felt so bad.
And miss
because
all
it's
the
like,
action?
bro, you know
What do you
I'm saying?
take me
Like,
for?
I really feel like the person. I don't want shit bad. He was like, you know, wow, you know, he's got your face.
It's a big target, at least.
Out here.
Don't
Man,
underestimate
you
his
got the
speed.
space. You know, you should just let her stay here. You know, he can get out of the room here. Because she loved him. She said, okay. You know, I'm like, man, you know, I owe you because I was, you know, looking for a place in the middle of winter time and Wyandotte. Couldn't find one. No carpet.
You are in tip-top shape.
That area let me know.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more talking.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
It's gonna attack!
Right,
But
watch out!
he has some stuff on himself. Like, his friend was certain that made him feel a certain way, and I was so pissed about that. I was like, bro, how you gonna be mad at me? I didn't do shit. All I did was, you know what I'm saying?
Here, let me help.
All I did was,
Take it down.
you know, just joke with the guy. And his girl cared about it. So, you know what I'm saying? He kept asking, anything going on between the two of us? He's friends. You know what I'm saying? So, it just, it shocked me. I was really like, bro, like, you could have just, you know what I'm saying? I can't say you could have just told me that he did that. But it's just after the fact, though. Bro, this dude did all this shit after the fact, you know what I mean? You act like you knew about this, how you felt, and you just ignore how you felt, do the shit in the face of you. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't the case. You just really just hanging out.
There's no telling what it'll do. Stay focused.
And I was like, oh shit.
It's about to strike.
Got it. You know what I'm saying? That's dope as fuck because, you know, you gotta make it it was just like, you know what I'm saying, bro? You could have just told me that you was having, you know, some issues with your friend. Before that, you know what I mean? Before your friend started making moves. And I thought, you know, he see you vibe, you get friends, you put on jokes with each other. You know, he letting everybody know that, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to flirt. I gotta give it to you because, you know, you're the only person that ever came out directly like that with, you know, what they wanted. So I was just shocked. Yeah, he couldn't want that shit. And I was like, bro, you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just tried to hurt you or something. So I'm just hoping that she would I know it's people's skills, it's communication, but I was hoping that
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
this experience he has matured and we can relay what they want and not be passive aggressive about it.
You okay, Rinwell?
But,
I'm fine.
man, that was a really rough experience for me. I'm like, bro, you know, like we lived in the same house together, you know what I'm saying? We done slept in the same bed before, you know, there's no intimacy, of course, you know what I'm saying? But we was close, you know. We done had many nights where I would go and get a bag of Ruffles and country fresh French onion dip, you know, and we would get Slurpees, you know, and watch old school movies like we did that one night. We was watching Devil's Advocate. But that was the first time I ever seen a movie, and I was like, oh, this movie is fire. This is Keanu Reeves. His dad is the dude who played Al Pacino. Al Pacino, the guy who played Scarface. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? This movie fire. But, you know, we played, watched that movie, and we watched some Roman Empire type movies, you know, with
One person did all of this?
Sparta, you know, that was cool. And I'm like, man, you know, we had a good ass night. Well, we had a lot of fun every night. And some nights we would just game out with his brother, you know, down in the basement and smoke. So we had a lot of fun. I was just like, hey, bro, you just handled that so poorly, and then you was making the living environment just hostile. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you can't be acting like that.
Do you think
I doubt it. Besides,
you okay?
We should get going. You know, you want the intimacy, and you know,
that night
you
feel
feel
sure
like
messing around.
You know what I'm saying?
If he's not a lawyer, what is he?
I have no idea. I've never seen anybody like him.
Well, he definitely
right
doesn't seem to be a
you know what I
friend.
mean?
That's
I'm
for
like,
sure.
dude, I just got
Hopefully we don't run into him again.
With a piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a virgin, and I said, damn, you know what? That's why I should have got married, you know, before I, you know what I'm saying? But that's, you know, where I'm like, I gotta work on myself, because that was lust. It pulled me into a demonic situation, because it wasn't a productive relationship. The person was a piece of shit, liar, cheater, user, and you know, I tolerated shit because that person had went through some traumas as a child, and I felt bad for that person, and I justified their fucked up personality based off of abuse, you know, and traumas that they endured. But you know, after a while, your actions are a choice. You know what I'm saying? Yes, traumas can induce how you are, you know, how you think, but ultimately you have free will and the strength. You just have to have the courage to address those problems within yourself and rectify those problems in yourself. You know, that's what therapy is for. But I'm like, bro, I cannot entertain your dumb shit. I can't do it. And I had to jet. I had to, you know, slide on. And I, you know, felt so bad because when I came back, which was only 2 weeks I was gone, he had already enlisted in the military and was gone. I was like, oh man.
There it
so
is.
I had
What's with those?
They're kind of...
visited, got
What's
real
on
cool
your
with
first
his
we're in
brothers.
then. We bumped somehow. We get
Mom
away
started
scot-free
getting
because the
really
snake
jazzed
isn't
about
really
that
a...
shit.
It was a trap.
What?
I'm like,
If not for the
bro,
whole
what's
apparatus
going
and
on?
unwitting...
You know what I'm saying? Like,
What?
Maybe.
she was feeling
Not the dwelling,
fucked
so
up
how do we get
because
inside? What? Well, we can't just march into the Viper's nest through the front door, surely.
when I had the long hair,
There's a secret
and I was
passage near
wearing
spring on
really
the outside.
fit clothes, you know, skinny jeans and shit.
I hate camping out.
And boots with, you know, pointy tips and wedges. She,
I think
you
he's
know,
saying
she thought
something's
I
over
was
there.
shit, because I didn't have facial at the time. And I was like, what? Nigga, what? What? I'm not a chick. Bitch, you know what I'm saying? I don't even look like a chick. So, at least I didn't think I did. But, you know what I'm saying? She made them go to school, you know, in a dress and makeup. Crazy.
Do you
I
sense
was
one of your
like,
friends, Hoodle?
Why was she?
What's going on?
Why was she?
Why did the weather change all of a sudden?
You know what I'm
Snow's
saying?
gone.
That was the
And it
racist
doesn't even
part
feel
of it.
cold anymore.
You know, it's either you do what I say, get the fuck out my house. And
What
I
is this
really hate
place?
people that
I
do
see
that
something
shit.
big
Like,
farther in.
you know,
Is that a Zuko?
especially to their own
No.
kids. You have a kid,
owl?
you know, regardless of how they grow they get. If you
Hoodle
know their
doesn't seem too
financial
wary,
situation,
so it's probably
you know,
not
knowing
hostile.
how much income they got, knowing
Let's
they
go
got
see
no
what's up
credit,
there.
knowing, you know, they
Stay
ain't got
sharp.
no other place to go, why would you play with somebody's self-esteem, their mental like that, and their spirit like that? That's such a hurtful feeling when somebody don't give a fuck about your well-being and they want to put you out knowing you ain't got the resources to take care of yourself, because they get a fucked up ass attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. But that's how my friend's mom was, and I just did not like her for that shit. I was like, why are you doing it like that? You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
get it.
You don't.
Why has
really
it suddenly started
bother,
giving us
you know,
things?
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you out there getting girls pregnant.
Hey, is
It's
that
not
how
like he's out there
beckoning us over?
stealing.
I think it is.
Scamming people.
It's the owl we rescued
You know
before.
what I'm saying?
Then maybe
This one isn't.
You know
what if it was the
Would that
like,
make the other one?
you think
just
Yes,
sleeping
they're
around,
clearly a pair.
You know,
Is
anybody
this some kind of
who give them attention.
It's such
You
a
know
I
what
thought
mean?
no
It's like,
other
whatever,
owls
you know?
existed.
Why are
you
you
never
so
know what other ones might be out
hostile?
there until we
You're
look
supposed
for
to be
'em.
showing your loved ones.
It's not like you were searching
them.
them.
That's...
Love and respect. You know what I'm saying?
How about we
And
find
support.
more of your friends and it can be a little
She was
side
on some
mission on
fuck
our
shit.
trip.
And
It's
he was
fine with
like,
me.
yeah, I'm going 'cause
Thank
of
you.
mine. And I said, bro,
Oh,
what the fuck?
Linwell?
it's
Well, he said
nothing.
he went,
Don't mind
and then
me.
he was like, you know,
Ready to move on?
also it's on my bucket list. I'm like, bro, no, it wouldn't. Don't lie to me, man. But he would do that. That's one of the things I didn't like when I did. Like he'll be hurting, you know, emotionally about things, and you know, and people who have fucked him over, and he'll just he wouldn't say nothing bad about them. He would just, you know, try to find a positive. He was literally listening to the advice that I had said about, you know, positivity and, you know, how it can change the course of your life, and you know how you can manifest things through it by keeping, you know, your mentality positive. Like you can attract better people in your life with that kind of mentality. And you know, he took it to heart because he started to really get out of his dark and depressing ways, and you know, he was real cool. You know, with me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel terrible because I was insensitive to, you know, his feelings and shit. I had cussed him out. I was like, bro, I'm tired of the dumb shit with you, man. Like, if you gonna just keep doing this petty ass shit with your emotions, I don't want to be, you know, your friend anymore. That's how you gonna act. And I should have never said that. I should have never told him that. And he was hurt. He was so hurt about that shit. And I said, oh damn, bro, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna say that. I was just telling you, like, that is so emotionally draining to deal with. You know, when you trying to have a conversation or a mental understanding with somebody, and they just choose to, you know, to harbor, you know, negativity, and I was just like, damn, bro, you know, I really wish I would have handled things different. And I'm trying to talk to him and shit, but last time I tried to get a hold of him, no one could. His grandma was like, no, I'm so worried. I barely hear from him. I know, you know, I never wanted him to go to the military. I never really wanted this to be his life, but his mom, man. And I said, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit really threw me off because his mom, man, his grandma, she was so pissed that his mama made him go. And, you know, she was venting to me, and I was like, oh man, you making me depressed. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be around a woman that would do that to her child. You know what I'm saying? Like, the military is not a nice place. Like, it just don't. The military is especially if you are a person that's in tune with your spirit, and if you're trying to go through vision to get closer to God, you know, serving in the military it doesn't even, you know, it's not even cohesive with being, you know, serving to God, because you're literally taking the orders of your dictator. Whoever is in charge tells you where to go, who to kill, you know, what land to seize, and you don't know if these people are doing this illegally. You know, the person in charge could be corrupt. You know, they could be over there to seize their minerals, their resources, or because they racist as fuck. You know, and you following this person's orders blindly to take someone else's life or invade their home. What kind of fuck shit is that? So I'm like, I don't really want to. I ain't fucking with the military. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I enjoy my freedoms, and yes, if they're, you know, stationed to defend our rights and freedoms because we are under threat, you know, I will support that. But you don't know what the fuck you support when it comes to the American army, because they condone slavery, and racism and injustice is still thriving throughout the judicial system. So I'm like, nah, I cannot serve a system. My well-being. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm straight. They can have that shit. You know what I'm saying? They can have that shit. All that shit. Everything is rigged. It's just rigged. Really bad. And I just don't want no parts. I just want to, live like a Buddhist. Detached from worldly affairs. You know what I'm saying? I wanna contribute to, my world, make it a better place. But I don't wanna be a part of the fuck shit that America got going on. That I definitely don't want no parts of. So but it's just so fucked up out there. Like, it's just, everything is weird when it comes to things for melanated people. No lie. But these are things that you may never experience as a Caucasian person, unless you're in an area that doesn't welcome or tolerate Caucasian people. But that's the shit that Caucasian people have, always try to undermine and don't want to acknowledge that still goes on, still prevalent. They try to, what racism still going on? We had a black president, and bitch, yes, racism still going on. That's why it's sad. That's why it's just so like, what the fuck? Because yes, and it's thriving actually, but especially since the president we got, you know what I'm saying, said that shit. And it's like, oh man, I don't know Trump. Don't hate the dude because I don't know him. But it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your whole campaign speech, your current actions have not, made me feel like, you know what I'm saying? This was like your candidacy is making a huge contribution to the betterment of our world right now. Cause ain't shit getting better. Shit's still going on. You know what I'm saying? Things is higher than they've ever been, ever. Especially when it comes to room and board, rent. And food costs. It's scary high. It's like, damn, all the healthy shit done tripled in price. All the trash food still the same price. What kind of fuck shit after COVID is? That's why I'm like, where's the escape button at? Where's the, mission, abort motherfucking option? Because this shit just, it's not it. And then you go over to foreign countries, rent is $500 a month.
I think Poodle senses an owl around here.
No credit check needed. And then you got
so the guys we saw back in the farm were snake eyes
with 2 bedrooms for that price.
The Silver Sword.
No cap.
Heck, we even have members working within the Snake Eyes gathering intel for us.
Sounds like it involves
with the
a lot of
internet
double crossing.
shit, but not in America.
Little help!
That shit is so crazy.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Anyway, teach us I'm just saying. It's just shit weird out here.
I won't forgive you!
Take this! It's over! This one's all mine! Here I come!
There! One more!
Rising Phoenix! Not a chance! Strike!
Light Astral, do it!
Got fire!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Nice.
This could be useful.
But yeah, that's all I was gonna cover. Anyway, back to the main point. I was at the casino. And
I won't forgive you!
fucking these two new ass boys matches where all of these ugly ass bitch ass niggas. I was like, fuck, you know, they just put my card in.
It's over! Try harder!
And I'm like, man, you know, but fuck, let me go and make a super right, you know, so I can take this action. And let me, check and see if they dismiss those tickets and Taylor. So I was down there and I, fuck, you know, for 36 days before, until 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to leave.
Everyone's still in one piece.
I'll just do an all-nighter. I was there at the casino. So I'm at the casino. And I was burnt out. I had,
Hey, Rinwell!
What are you doing here? If the snake eyes spot you here, they'll...
So you did make it back alive. Man, am I glad to see you safe.
Barely.
My feet was,
When we all got separated, I thought...
so I was like, fuck it, let me
They're
buy
fine.
something to eat so they
all
can't
got
say
back
I'm
in one
ordering.
piece.
And
Well,
then I'm a chill
Zoogle
over here
took a
charging
bite
my
out of
phone.
2 of our
I was
guys,
so
but what matters is you're
burnt
safe.
out, smoking trees.
So, you're gonna introduce me?
I mean,
Meet
little
Alphen
Mary.
and Shion. I brought them with me from
you know,
Calaglia.
moving around that whole day because I had
You
got
mean
to
you made it to
late at
Calaglia?
night. It was like
Wait,
10
this
o'clock
is
that
it?
night.
Just the two
And I
of
was
them?
like, fuck.
But where's the
man.
rest?
What happened
Well,
was
it's
that
kind
day,
of a long
I
story.
had came downtown.
It's best if I fill everyone in at once.
And it was still, it was like
Your call,
still
Rinwell. But everyone will be dying to know.
4,
better get back
5
soon.
o'clock-ish. So I was like, man, what's going on?
Use this passage
And
whenever
I,
you need to go in
hung
or
out
out of the
downtown
city.
for a while.
Stay away
Then
from
all
the
of a
front gate,
sudden,
whatever you do.
I ended up in a checker bar, and I ended up meeting these group of dudes, all white guys. You know, one guy, his name was Chase, and he has a Discord and shit, but you know, he was a real cool dude. But I thought he was trolling because I had just posted online this stuff of the situation with Chase Bank. So I thought he was bullshitting with his name, you know, and he showed me his ID, and I said, damn, I felt so bad because he, you know, he was cool. He actually really liked it. And he was like, bro, we come here all the time and we play Free Fire. He was like, you know, first time it's free, couple other times it's free. And then one of the other times I came, I was like, bro, I'm not about to pay for this. You know what I'm saying? That's $7 for one day, and I don't want to do that. I don't even play that many rounds. You know what I mean? And I'm like, besides, like, I just, you know, my money is already accounted for. So I didn't really have to spare a couple of dollars to throw on the event when I don't even play that, you know, I don't play that many rounds. I don't play, like, it costs you the same to play one match, right? I don't play $7. So I was like, bro, you know what I mean? I only play certain people anyway. And, you know, Chase didn't give a fuck. He was cool with that. There was another guy, he was like getting jealous and shit because he knew that me and Chase was cool. And then there was
Let's
this
keep
other
our
guy
eyes
named
on the
Angelo.
prize.
And Angelo, I knew he was into dudes, you know, and Angelo kept staring at me and shit. So I started joking with him and shit to see where his man was. And the dude, one of the guys who hosts the event, who puts the arcade so we could play it, you know, all night, sent me a message talking about what I was saying to Angelo. And I'm like, what the fuck that is you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? All I did was joke around with Angelo. you know, because he was staring. I'm like, dude, you know, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? You trying to get stuff or something? Like, bro, you know, every time I'm there and I'm playing, I see out of my peripheral staring, you know, and then when I play him, he be grabbing himself. So I was like, bro, what's going on with you? But he, I don't know if it's him who did that shit or they just, you know, was mad about that shit. So I was like, fuck it. And then I stopped hitting with that. But, you know, I was like, are you serious? People really do get out of business a lot, you know what I'm saying? And Chase was kind of like, it was weird because I saw Chase
Little ones are hardly worth our time.
Really,
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
bro. What's going on? You know, like, it was like, bro, I said, I don't know what happened, man, but, you know, can we just leave that alone? I'm like, yeah. But I was pissed, you know, I'm like, why are y'all even clocking, you know?
We should think about eating soon.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah, good idea.
For that, because it's like, bro, you sitting there staring the fuck out of me and shit, and I be seeing every time I play him, you know, he be just grabbing the fuck out of this shit, and then he hear me talking to other people and be laugh, you know what I'm saying? Because I was making jokes. Like, I had a character called Urine because they had third strike Street Fighter. I was like, oh no, I can't let this nigga kill me. You know what I'm saying? Because the good man was Urine, and he beat me. You know, it was like a killer at this time. So I was like, nope, I don't play against Urine ain't beat. And they were sloppy because Urine, you know, it's like a boss character. And most of them would play with Urine just to troll people, you know, because he had like this frame where he could escape the combo and he does a lot of damage. So I was being fast, you know, I used counter and I was used spin and I used to clear. So
Consider yourself finished.
I was doing a damn thing. I was actually winning. And they were so
We won
mad
that by a
about
mile.
that. Like, they thought, you know, I was just like some novice player, but I'm like, bro, my uncle introduced me to Street Fighter back when he was on Super Nintendo, Street Fighter 2. And I've been playing ever since, you know what I'm saying? So, yes, I know how to do the special moves, the Senpaku, the Shinu Hayugen, you know, the uppercut, Hadouken. Like, dude, yes, I really know how to do that shit. So, they was shocked, you know, and then I was like, man, y'all thought I was shit, some bullshit, and y'all thought I was just saying I know how to play. And I
won't forgive you.
I shut them down. They were salty. And they was like, really, no, you've been playing for a long time now, so now you got cut. I was like, oh, my man. Oh, fucking thing. And I did it. And, they used to have
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more coming.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
being an asshole. But then I got ran into them at the Citadel. And then here we go with another dumbass female.
Easy peasy.
You know, her man was so flirty and shit. And all in my face. And I was like, bro, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't count. You got 3 daughters, real pretty. You know what I'm saying? Your girl, she cute. You know, she a bitch though, personality wise. You know, dealing with a guy is not worth losing the family. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to cut it. You know, he was like, hey, what's going on? Like, well, you know, this is my building. I rent it out to people who want to host these events. I have my girl clocking the door, you know, but have a good time.
We want that by a mile.
And I was geeked up because he was real cool. And he came over to me. He gave me a keychain, like a what do you call them things? It's like a little necklace, but it's real keys. And I was like, okay, cool. They had the Citadel on there, and I attached it to my Nintendo Switch case. You know, at first, and she was pissed because the whole time she was calling him shit and he was ignoring her and he was just talking. You know, he was asking what kind of games I played and how long I played video games, competing professionally, and you know what I'm saying, where I was from. Like, he was really, you know, having a good conversation. He was just asking all kind of shit. You know, personally. Where's he going? You know what I'm saying? You gonna ignore your lady like that? Man, I'm, you know.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
I'm sitting there like, bro, like, you know, go see what the fuck she want, because she gave me this evil eye, and he got annoyed. He was like, what do you want? You know, what's going on? Like, I just left him over there. What's up? And then she got pissed. So she was like, did you pay? I'm like, bitch, why would I gotta pay? You know what I'm saying? He just told me I was good. So a guy was like, no, it's okay. He looked at her like, he was like, bro, you see this bitch? I said, yeah. He was like, I got you. Don't worry about it. He paid my way. And then I said, okay, cool. And her man was like, what was that for? You know, I told him he was good. She said, well, it's not fair. Everybody else paid. I'm like, you bitter ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? I hate people like that. It's like, I want you to do what you'll do. I wasn't flirting with the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make no kind of body movements or gestures that said I was interested. I was just trying to figure out why this guy wasn't open all the time, and you know, why doesn't he have a website and promo?
How do the Renans not know about the secret route of yours?
Cicely Den's an old city. It's littered with pathways that people have long forgotten. But keep your voice down.
It was just like,
We don't know how long this route will stay hidden.
And you could have such a bigger, you know, customer base if you have proper promotion. But he was like, yeah, I just don't have the money for it. And I'm like, all right, bro. Enough said. Left it at that. But she was a straight bitch. But back to the Five Below. So the black fat bitch, right? My baby hairs was laid, and I, you know, my braids came down to my shoulders and shit. And I had these boots on with the skinny jeans. She livid. She didn't want, you know what I'm saying? She didn't even want me to work there, and it wasn't even her store location. I'm asking her to do shit so I can get in my on a registered under my login information. She wouldn't do it. She was trying to send me home. I quit. I was like, oh,
Do you sense one of your friends, Noodle?
So this is
and then we see her,
capital city of
just like a
Sicily.
whole
Be careful.
motherfucking,
You never know where
I
Snake
mean,
Eyes or their informants
shoulders
are lurking.
wide as fuck.
We're basically walking into a simple den
As a
here.
motherfucker, like this bitch being, you know what I'm saying, logging truck tires on her shit. Her shit was so motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, ripped and fit. I'm like, bitch, is you a he or a she? You know what I'm saying? You look like a strong ass nigga right now. The fuck wrong with you? You know what I mean? And she was so mad. Like, she saw how the customers was treating me and shit. Then it was guys that was coming there flirting with me and shit. She was just not having it. Hate that bitch. But yeah, left out though. But that's the, you know, that's the quality of people that be out here. They be like so mentally and spiritually fucked up with their own shit.
Okay, off we go.
You know, they don't have much going on, or they just not a likable person like that. You know, and they be so envious about that shit. Like if you outshine them, or people gravitate to you more. So I'm like, I'm burnt out on the mentality of Michiganders, because 87% of them fuck ups. You know what I'm saying? They just.
Do you
horrible
sense
people.
one of your friends,
Yeah,
Noodle?
the exception was the, you know, the ones who like the middle class and never really have to worry about money. You know, they be pretty cool, but you know, the black ones and then the white ones, you know what I'm saying, that are middle class and are
There are shops here.
On a permit
they have
basis.
racist families.
As long
so
as people
it's
don't
like,
get
they been
reported
running
on and
racist
sent to
with
work
their
with
families,
floodlights.
You know what I'm saying?
Economic
So
activity.
it makes it
activity is allowed here.
All this talk about reports and permits.
Strong relationship.
This place really is different from Calabria.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta deal with they racist ass family. And I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I dealt with that with my last relationship. My ex's stepmom was a racist ass young ass bitch who was ugly as fuck. Like, is ugly as fuck. Looked like a whole man. Like, bitch feet size 14, 6 foot something tall, mustache, goatee. I'm like, I think your daddy was gay because ain't no fucking way he could have cheated on your mama for this bitch. Like, this bitch is hideous. And your mama looks like a real woman. And she goofy, you know what I'm saying? She fun. How the fuck did your dad cheat on your mom or your ugly ass stepmom? And then this bitch got a nerve to go to church and be racist. Ugh. So I was like, nah, I'm good on racist ass people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate having friends that their family is like that, because even though they may not exude racist qualities, they still have bias mentality, and they still have hesitations, and they still move more cautiously than they do around someone that's their nationality or shares their same skin tone. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh no.
It's good to see you. Who's this?
If I'm a date someone, you know,
if you say so. Come on, Venice, wait.
Snowflake.
We can talk in there.
Them having a racist family ain't gonna do it for me. I'm just mission report, because I be done ready to fire on one of your peoples, and then we gonna, you know, I'm gonna have to fight you and your peoples. You know what I'm saying? Because disrespect ain't flying. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck if that is. Mama disrespect me. Fuck that bitch. If your dad disrespect me, fuck that bitch ass.
Leader of the Silver Swords. And I wish I could extend my warmest welcome to you all,
that's
but
the chance you take when you date.
If my eyes don't deceive me, you appear to have a Renan in your midst.
Which is unfortunate, because
if she is your prisoner,
and we can learn
that's a rather loose leash you have her on.
Having, you know,
she's not a prisoner.
With each other, but people just
so why do I get the feeling there's a rat about the house?
To be racist,
no offense intended.
You know, and disrespectful.
See, I've grown comfortable with the likely outcome. I'll be stabbed in the back.
Because they mamas,
but stabbed in the front.
We risked our lives just to get here, sir.
Great, you know
if you want to send her away, fine.
Stupid
but you'll lose me too.
But that's what the majority of the white folk is out here. You know, the fucked up black folk.
I see.
Man, the steaming turds.
Trust isn't about as short supply as light around these parts, and mine more than anyone's. But
I'm solo forever.
I'll choose to
at least in Michigan, you know what I mean? But
forgive my manners. You must be tired after such an arduous journey.
I don't really hang out.
But to business.
Like, man,
we need your strength. The Snake Eyes' grip on the city tightens by the day. Our people are suffocating out there.
They promised to become our problem.
Hence the scouts I sent to find help.
We're
at the end of our tether.
How promiscuous a person is.
That's why we're here.
They might have a jealous
We've got the firepower to do it too.
But first, because they made them that way,
to take care
they caught that motherfucker cheating, and then they see you out with they significant other, and they might run up on you and shoot your ass, you know, because they think they're cheating with you.
So your leader is in need of rescue.
You know what I'm saying?
It's none of your concern.
I had to do that at work. I'm working for a retail store.
It's coming to our aid that got you into this mess in the first place.
He on a down low.
You can count on us.
And it's crazy. He was a
just
really
as long
nice
as you help us with our problem afterwards.
You know, and he looked gay.
If he's been arrested by the Snake Eyes, as you say, then there's a good chance he's being interrogated over at their headquarters.
It's either equal opportunity.
Either that, or he's being put to work over at the
Floodlights. He likes sausages.
First priority is finding out
how
where
do you
he is.
not see that shit? Like it was abundantly clear.
If you're planning on tagging
all
along,
other women,
Rinwell will show you the way. Just make sure to keep a low profile.
And I'm like,
remember,
man,
it's not just the Snake Eyes.
I don't know
Hostiles lurk among the villagers
too. You know what I'm saying? stop asking me that shit. And they would get mad, you know what I'm saying?
Must be quite the inspiration for you to go to such lengths for him.
For yourself what it is, you know.
I look forward to meeting him someday.
And sure enough, the dude kept trying to make passes at me and shit. And his wife, she shows up because she works for the too. And this bitch, she see me with, cause my hair is grown. It's not significantly since the last time, but it's a lot longer though. Like when I was in LA, my hair came past my chest plate. It was that long, and then I cut it, and then I grew it to like not a pixie cut, but it was like my bangs hung over my eyebrows, and the back was faded. The sides was, you know, as long as my bangs. Like it was like almost like a mushroom haircut, but not all around. The back was laid low, and the sides was like kind of like trimmed a little shorter. Like the sideburns was faded, but it went into the hair. It was fly, and I rocked that for a minute. Then I grew it out, you know, and I cut it, and I grew it this time, and I said, okay, it's past my collarbone now, but at first it stopped on top of my shoulders, but now it passed my collarbone, and that's because I wasn't able to keep it braided the way I wanted to. It would have grew significantly longer if I would have had it braided during this last year's past, but I had it in ponytails and shit. Yeah, at the job, like, cause I'm a confident male. Like, I know I have feminine features, you know, like long eyelashes, a soft face, and I take care of my skin, you know, and I have really good textured hair. So, you know, ugly ass people get envious because of them qualities, and you know, something that men and women be, you know, enticed by those qualities. And with this one particular dude, he was flirting. I'm like, bro, you got a whole ring on your finger, man. Why the fuck is you over here? You know what I'm saying? Like, you bringing me negativity, bro. Like, the bitches in here are already asking me all these questions about your sexuality, what you got going on. A whole other
let's head it down and see what the fuss is.
You in my face, smiley and cheesy and shit.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
It's a whole bunch of the cashiers you can have ring you up. But every time you check out, you come find me, and you know what I'm saying, and have me ring you up personally. And then you ask me little slip questions like, you know, how you been? What you know, like, bro, why are you making small talk? Get your shit, get the fuck out my face. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was feeling. But because he got rejected, you know, his butt buddy saw me as a threat because his butt buddy introduced me. I'm like, dude, y'all niggas is foul. Both y'all married. Then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, y'all sleeping with men inside of the company on the low with each other. This thing got herpes. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't even understand how you could even be intimate with a person who got herpes. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, cold sores is not because that motherfucker got a cold. Cold sores is because you have contracted the herpes simplex disease. Like, you are burning, nigga. That's a gift that just keep on giving. That shit stuck with you for life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nigga, no, I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to interact with you. None of that shit. None of that shit. But, you know, people be so fucked up when you reject them. It's just so hard to avoid that, because if you're a beautiful person, somebody is gonna give you some attention, whether you seeking it or not. You know, especially if you're a cool person and people like you. You know, it's over. You know, you just, people gonna grab.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Like, everybody want a good person around them. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they lonely as fuck. And misery loves company. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm solo dolo and happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not in a need for a company. I'm not in a need for people around me. Like I have a huge family, so I grew up with people around me all the time. That shit got played out quick. You know, I like my solitude. I like my, you know what I'm saying, my alone time, because when you do shit solo dolo, you don't have to worry about other people's bullshit, like they pettiness, they, you know, scheming, they plotting, they sabotage, you know what I'm saying, they lies, they deception. You ain't gotta worry about none of that shit, because it's all you. So, you know what I mean? But people be so codependent on the validation of other people and you know the longing to, you know what I'm saying, be around other people because they be feeling alone. It's like, how the fuck are you not happy with yourself? How the fuck are you not fulfilled with yourself? You should feel like you got all the company you need by yourself. A person is supposed to be an extra, a plus one, not a necessity.
So that's where those beams of light have been coming from.
Self-esteem and a self.
Right. Any Daemons accused of dissent against Hysodia's lord are rounded up and brought here, then put to work. It's a fierce deterrent.
And you think Zephyr might be in there with them?
That shit to me is the weakest thing you could do, because in the end, that person is not gonna die with you.
I want to see what the lights are all pointing
you know
towards. Take us
that person that ain't even live with you. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude, you know, learn to love yourself and be happy with your personal time, because it makes your experiences with
you can see where the floodlights converge from all the way over here.
I want to take a closer look. There's something I need to confirm.
And solely by yourself.
What could possibly be worth the risk of us all getting spotted?
You'll find out when we get there.
Way better time with somebody
Everybody
else,
walking
you know,
around
like
looks so depressed.
Things
Can you blame
about
them?
yourself that you like.
You live under the cover of darkness day and night. It's bound to wear you down.
Not
You get, you know, involved in things when you're by yourself.
Have you and
like,
Manic
you know what I'm
known
saying?
each other for
People
long?
who are adventurous and you know, like to stay active, take their initiative. They might go enroll themselves in an art class or a dance class, you know what I'm saying? New friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, them kind of people, you know, it's the ones that are good company, who do things on their own, you know, and don't look for validation from others, because people who look for validation from others come with a lot of mental problems. And I just don't have the capacity to take on nobody else's shit. Like, I done dealt with too many racist motherfuckers, too many brown turds, too many white turds, you know what I'm saying? To be like, you know, please be around me. Please, you know, be near me. Like, I'm gonna get the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Away, you know what I'm saying? I just give me my space. That's where I'm at with my shit. So that being around people all the time don't appeal to me. Like, I'm straight. If it's not my spouse, if it's not a person I'm marrying, I don't expect to see you every day. You know what I'm saying? The person I see every day is my significant other, my partner. The person that's staying with me, and that's the person I expect. You know what I'm saying? To wake up to, happily do things with, happily spend time with, happy. Like, you know, that's the point in marrying somebody, is so you can do that with somebody else. I you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be giving a friend so much of my time, you know, and I'm not trying to deal with them like that. For them just to get petty as fuck, you know, when you don't appreciate how they feel. And you know, it's not a stab at my bro.
Sorry.
But he did do some fuck shit that I did not like, and you know, I went off on that nigga for that, and he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, but the point is, Michigan has a lot of horrible shit in it, and its quality of people is rough, but it is some good people out here. Because I've met a lot of good ones, a lot of sincere, kind-hearted people that, you know, will show you love and you know, help out if they can. But I don't like being in debt to nobody. You know what I mean? And then when people do shit for you because they fond of you, they expect you to return a favor. And sometimes they don't want you to return a favor with a simple
spirit
hug
vessel.
or handshake.
I thought as much.
So
they're pumping it full of light.
I'm like,
no, not light.
No.
Astral energy.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Except it isn't.
Diverted.
Suck up all the light.
What's the difference?
Darkness exists.
That's the kind
Let me
of
break it down for you. Astral energy exists as different elements.
When it comes to
there's but dark astral energy only exists on Renan, and light astral energy on Dana. So, dark energy isn't harvested as part of.
He's right.
The only exception to that rule on the Renan end is likely the Lord here, who has the Light Master core.
Or to have
whatever the case, it looks like they're collecting light here the same way they were fire back in Calaglia.
Nah, I'm not giving you no leverage.
From what I hear, there used to be a, but apparently...
That's crazy.
We shouldn't linger.
You know, if someone do something for me, I want them to do it out of kindness of their heart and not expect reciprocation. You know what I mean? Not saying I'm taking advantage or want to use that person. It's just that's when I know that they being sincere. They doing it out of love, not out of something in return. Because a lot of motherfuckers do shit.
Wandering around blindly is getting us nowhere. The Snake Eyes have the information we need, but we can't just ask for it. So what if we sneak in and take it instead?
I wasn't
like that shit.
Hey, look.
That's Zephyr's son. Law.
Are you kidding? He's practically
Let me
gifted.
cut down
What are you...
on, you know, my involvement with people because, yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's just, it's a lot cleaner that way.
We don't mean you anything.
minimize
Where are you keeping
quality of people.
We're here to...
You know
Why?
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, after he abandoned.
Abandoned?
It's the
Anyway,
truth.
back to the game.
All my old man ever cared about was sticking it to the bright eyes.
Yeah.
He never even made it to Mom's funeral.
So you become an agent for the local lord?
So
You got a problem with that? You think you know her. I may have become an agent for the Renans.
Solo Dolo.
But at least I'm here trying to soothe the agony of my people from the inside. What's your excuse?
And then, but my feet were
I don't buy it.
sensitive. And then I went
No.
several times.
You're
after
running
that.
because you're scared.
And then
You
a few
think
days
you're the
ago,
only
I
one
went,
who's had to suffer?
You know, to 3 cities.
What the hell do you know? You...
No, Detroit, Park, Neverdale.
Word to the
Winter
wise,
Park, then
people like
Auburn.
you make me...
Dead, tired as fuck. Woke up, rollerblading the second day downtown.
Look, I don't know what happened between you and your father, but what I do know is that when you fought back at the village, you wouldn't raise a hand to strike me.
I got this big ass blister on my foot.
I've never seen Zephyr back down from a fight, but he could never hurt his own son.
Like if you get a cheaper skate, like a skate that costs $100,
When he said he was staying behind,
$1,200, and those the ones that have like a really amazing installation and cushion.
I think it was because he wasn't willing to abandon you.
Long pierce rollerblade, and their wheels are extremely durable. Like
If
they
you
don't
know
crack.
anything, then tell us.
Super fast,
Please.
like the ones that you got at the price of $100 when they go on a different terrain. Like these are for all terrain, you know.
I don't know where they're keeping
Skates,
my dad now.
you know, so they
All
don't
I've heard is that they're
just
going to
diminish over
publicly
time.
execute
They
him
actually
in the
hold
plaza
up
in front of
quite
headquarters.
well. They all on $1,000 skates. I'm mad as
Thank you.
fuck because my
You
shit
did the right
wheels
thing.
deteriorating. One of my wheels had grinded down
Why are
so
you
bad,
so
I had to
determined to
rotate it.
help my father?
I'm like, cuz, bro, you doing the most, man. Like my
Zephyr's
front
the
tires
reason I took up the
gone.
sword.
I had to rotate that to the
taught me
second
everything for
last
myself.
one. And then, you know, when we finally got
And
to
I
the
want
car,
to learn
my
more.
foot, literally, the blister had turned purple. And then the next day, it got pussy. And I was like, fuck that. I tore it open. It burnt like hell.
If they're going to
I let
execute him in the
skin dry.
plaza,
I peeled the
then it'll
skin
be
off,
too
and
dangerous for us to
nice
go
on
alone.
fire, like
Let's
this.
ask Menek.
I should have.
He should be able to sneak us in.
Sounds good to me. Let's have a chat with him.
I should have like kept it wrapped until it stopped leaking. But I said, fuck it. I wanted to heal really fast, and the best way for it to heal is for me to expose it to some air. So it's trying to
Wait,
seal up a little bit.
there are way too many snake eyes up ahead.
It was trying to seal up, but I put it through, you know, some strange activity because I tried Gorilla Blade yesterday to go to GameStop. I was like, man, I saw that they had internet sale going on for some games, the midsummer deal. And I said, oh shit, what the fuck? Alright, let me hurry up. Because, you know, certain things, they don't do that often. And they, you know, they had so much shit on sale. Like, I was so pissed because I spent $30 for Resident Evil 4. These motherfuckers had it, the gold edition, including the Ada Wong content for $15, the whole package deal. I said, I'm taking this Resident Evil back and I'm gonna buy it at $15. So I took it back, got not even half of my money back, and I used that. I put it on a PlayStation card, and I bought Blood Omen 2 because I'm like, I had it for PS2, but I don't, you know, it's gone. So I said, oh fuck, man, I gotta keep track of my shit. And when I saw that they had it, the digital copy, I said, okay, well, cool. I never lose this. I got all my information memorized. You know, I don't do shit for PlayStation to ban me, or I don't put my account information out there like that either. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight on that. The only thing will fuck me over if I lost, you know, my credentials and I don't know how to sign in my account anymore. But I have backup, have securities for my email, you know, I'm just straight. But I was like, what the fuck, you know, because I wasn't expecting that. And I'm like, man, you know, I'm burnt out. But the game so far is amazing. Like, I paid all of the Tales. I can't say all that. That's not true. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not trying to lie. I played Tales of Symphonia, Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Vesperia, Tales of Vesperia, all fire, all amazing games. And I was like, oh, they came with another one, Tales of Arise.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help. Hopefully it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with.
But because because I was so tired yesterday, I didn't do no audio. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna play with it. And as I got to playing, I said, oh shit. Well, they gave me Iron Mask to start off with, and his combos were magnificent. Like, I like how easy it is to take a person from ground to air, and then they have the team attacks, and you know, they have guard breaks, and it's like playing Devil May Cry / Final Fantasy at the same time. So it's just pretty fun, you know. A real upgrade to the combat. You know what I mean? It's like they were heading this way from the get-go, but they just got it real crispy now. You know what I mean? It's so smooth and it's fun. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, so I really like playing it. I'm trying to finish it as soon as possible, so that way I can take a break from video games for a minute. And then I'm gonna do Blood Omen 2 when I have a better headset, because my headset is kind of crappy right now. So I'm gonna wait until I get an upgraded headset to do that one, because I really like that one, and I wanted to have audio to that one as I play, you know, on my channel, because that is literally like my #1 favorite series when it comes to game titles. There's nothing like that out there, and if they redid it, if they made it modern, it'll be so fire. Like, it'll be the best action RPG, vampire, you know, dark game. Because Kane is amazing, and Raziel is phenomenal too. So it would have been amazing to go back and play that. But you know, on today's graphics and capabilities, but Square Enix be I don't know, man, because they bought Eidos out, and you know,
off we go.
They have just been sitting on the Kane series. So I don't know. You know, if they're gonna.
So
I'm not exactly an expert on how Renan.
Like how you.
They're gonna remake it, or do a whole new project, and, you know, or continue where it left off at. I'm hoping they do, because you just it's just so good, and it has a large fan base, so it can come back if they wanted to. If they really wanted to push it, they even had a manga for the game. That was fire. But again, it just, I don't know, man. It's like, according to word
There's the
heard,
Zuko we were asked to handle.
The original creator, she got a better job, and she just never came back to the project. And I said, well, damn, how you gonna leave your baby? I hate when people don't, you know, show homage to their roots. It's like, this is what got you recognized. You're supposed to take care of your baby. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to make sure your baby is priority. But according to what word occurred, she got a better opportunity, so she went with a different company. And, you know, it lost its creative direction because she was no longer on the project. But it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? How you just gonna, you know what I mean? Like, abandon shit like that? That's what made you your money. That's what got you popping. I hate when people do that though. It's like, what the fuck?
Something you wanted to say? This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
But, you know, that's the word. How accurate it is, don't know. You know, that might not even be the reason why she stopped fucking with her. It could be, you know what I'm saying, she couldn't get the money, or they weren't trying to pay her right. You know what I mean? Who knows? But
Right, here goes!
just word
It's over!
got a better work.
Be still! Rising Phoenix!
So, project
You are in state. I've got
Soon as I'm done here.
but
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are
that's
hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pulling.
Part to your
I was
heart's
just like,
content.
oh no. You know,
Everyone's still in one piece.
that was too good of a project.
Guess I misread the landing.
To abandon it like that, or just to let, you know,
Get lost!
just fall like that. You know what I mean? Especially if it was mine, I would never, do that shit. But it ain't my baby, so, you know. So I was just shocked. I was shocked, like, what? You did what? Oh, fuck. Okay.
Good form!
But, yeah. The game is amazing. This, tells you the
Right, here goes!
I'm still getting, adjusted to the combat. It's so fluid.
Alpha! Rising Wyvern!
But, you know,
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
I just,
You're finished! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Here I come! It's over!
it's so amazing, you know, the combat.
This could be useful.
How they changed it, made it so, you know,
further!
Here I come!
So,
come and face me!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
You're finished!
so smooth. You know, so,
Here I try hard my turn! Okay, here I go! Rising Wyvern!
so fun to play. Like, it's like, oh, okay, cool. It was always fun to play. It never lost that. You know, sometimes when they make sequels, it loses that edge that made you play in the first place and kept you interested. And they never lose that quality with their titles.
Easy peasy, ha-hoodle.
And this one is just as good. Like, I'm loving the combat, and I don't even play with him, you know, but I can see the cohesiveness with how they set the characters up. That, you know, you get a nice range of playability because you can do spellcasters, you can do DPS, you know what I mean, and they have a tank.
No choice.
So, you know, I'm loving it. I'm actually very because I didn't know when they had made these many objectives to combat over the years.
We're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Oh, that's fine.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well done!
I always like to feel like period. Now I'm older, feeling fatigued. Like, I don't like that feeling. I don't like being groggy.
I've used a bit too much healing.
You know, sleep deprived. I can't do it. So I like to get my sleep. So I'm not gonna be on this too long. I'm gonna go back and turn this quest in, and I'm gonna turn it off.
Out of
You
our
know,
way!
I was just like, man, I've been really enjoying this game, and I'm hoping that
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
you know, they continue to improve over time.
Do it!
They're fun.
Astral energy!
Everyone I
Say no
play,
more!
I really wish I would have kept up with the business because that's my favorite part. That's the one.
You sure showed them.
And
All in a day's work.
Twin is actually a pretty cool dude, and his play style is similar but different. It's
that the
just,
Zuko
it's just
we're
a
looking
fun
for?
game. It's a real fun
Gotta break through!
game, and it has an outstanding replay value because it gives you the ability to regain time, and it gives you the ability to go different routes. Where some games don't do that. Like,
It's over! My turn!
once you pick a route, you stuck.
You're mine! You're on!
So I'm
It's over!
thoroughly impressed. Okay. I'm just completing my little objectives. I think that's all of them. Like me, I'm a type of person, like, this game has a lot of respawn locations. Like every time you exit the map, you come back every spawn. So, you know, you're gonna have a, you know, I just saw it's an X. There you go. You know, you're gonna have.
You're saying we should
great
check the
time
Owl
because
Forest?
With the replay value, you get to pick someone else and play with, so you get a different experience in the game. And with their completion system, like once you complete it, you have a grade that you acquire as you beat enemies. And then you find a grade at the end. And if you have completed a enough successful fights at high grades, it'll add up and we'll give you the ability to buy certain stuff like new costumes or start new game plus with all the acquired skills.
You're slacking.
Because some
Step it up.
are learned off of repetition. So
I'm
like
pretty
if I
worn
use
out.
Sonic Thrust 100 times.
Wanna rest up for a bit?
Give me like 3 techniques that come from using it so much, you know. And then if I use them, they'll teach me another technique. Some do. That's why I like this game, because it gives you, it encourages you to play it again. And you know, sometimes you miss shit in the first place. So it's, you know, you get to play it again, but souped up now. You don't have to worry about the obstacles you had to endure the first playthrough around. Now you like souped up and you can just, you know, smash anything that come your way. To me, that's fun. So, you know, especially if I beat it, you know, without that, I earned it. So that's why I always play those games. They have the best, I've noticed, replay value in their RPGs and their Japanese, you know, RPGs. So I've never been disappointed, not one time. But yeah, so I got it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this one and that one, and now I'm like worked out on extra cash because I was like, all right, I'm saving my money, and I had come across an extra 50, and I was like, okay, let me go get Persona 3, and let me get Blood Omen 2.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I'm like, fuck, because I would have, like, I had to get the remake, and my original one, someone broke it, so I had to get it.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no? These little ones are hardly worth our time.
That is what they say.
Cut them apart to your heart.
I know your shit got broke.
This is barely target practice. Then why bother fighting them? Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Mechanics, you know, here. Because it was like, I got the deluxe version, which was $70. $70 on at regular price. On sale, $25.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
$25. I said, get the fuck out of here. I cannot miss out on this. And I got it. So, but it ate up my money though, I will tell you that. And then I had bought some snacks. I had got, like, recently I had got really familiar with Snyder's pretzels, and they have 4 different flavors. They got the buffalo one, which is, you know, Tresbian, and then they have the jalapeno, which is muy caliente, and then they have a cheddar one that I heard is fuego, but I don't know. I haven't had the cheddar one. I just had the buffalo one and the jalapeno one, and they both were amazing. Like, they're filled with flavor. Like, man, each little bite is just packed with flavor, but it's just, the little bag is such a tease, because it's like the dollar store that we have out here sells it for $1.25, and then our huge grocery stores like Myers and Walmart, they sell the big ass bag for like $4.99, and I'm like, well, I like Snyder's, but not $4.99 worth, because the bag is humongous and they give you a lot of pretzels. Like, I be having lockjaw after the small bag because they so crunchy.
Off we go.
You know, but they are flavorful. So I was like, you know what? I don't eat them all the time. I'll just grab a bag and I grab some green tea. And then I came back, you know, to the crib, but that ate my little $3 up. I said, fuck nah. I'm, you know, low on funds, and oh my god. well, spare cash, you know, and do a little fun shit with it. So I'm just like, man, but yeah, the game itself is amazing, and it's, if you're a Tales collector or you collect Japanese RPGs, this is the way to go. This is really good. But
I hate camping out.
I'm hoping that I'm hoping that I said one, bitch, what the fuck? Okay, I'm hoping that they do keep it the series going, and that you know, they adjust the prices, because PS5 games is $70 now. I'm like, oh my god, you know what I mean? And granted, I don't know if they're worth it or not because I haven't played it, but I know where the winds meet, work full price.
Good. This came out.
That game is fire. Like, I've been watching it and watching it and watching it.
Ring
and it has,
mind if we chat a little?
Done nothing but consistently impress me. Every time I watch the video, the combat, the martial arts is beautiful. Executed. The choreography is so
probably because everyone keeps sneaking him snacks.
I knew.
And then
really?
You were feeding him too?
Chinese
You haven't been giving him anything he can't eat, have you?
I'm
fashion sense is just something fire.
No,
so
no.
I gotta get that game.
Every one of us can
like,
see
that's
that he's
the
like
most
family to you.
PS5.
I can
That's
promise
the
that
first
no
game
one's
I'm
trying to
getting.
ignore your feelings.
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And then I'll do.
Poodle,
I'll
let me
do,
know if you sense anything.
You know, the God of Wars and Tomb Raider. I had to have Tomb Raider. The next one's gonna be fire.
Another day, another golf.
I cannot wait. I'm so geeked up for that. But anyway, yeah, I don't really. Oh, I want to get Persona 4 to the remake because they added new features to that too, and that's a fun game. Don't sleep on Persona 4. It's fire. The skits, the little interactions with the people that you make friends with is funny as fuck. You know, some of it is kind of dark and twisted, but ultimately, it's just a really good experience. You know, it's a great RPG. I love Atlas for it. Atlas is a banger. It has been a banger for like, fuck, man. I honestly can't even recall how long they've been amazing, because Atlas, when I first found out about Atlas games, I was playing Shadow Hearts Covenant, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, who the fuck, you know what I mean? Like why didn't I know about this company a lot sooner? And then after that, after me realizing how awesome they were, I just kept playing the games, because I played Shadow Hearts, you know, Covenant first, loved it, beat it, loved their combat system, and then I got From the New World, and then the video store that I rented it from, they had put the shit on sale. It was less than $20, and I should have bought it because it was a used copy, but they went out of business and I lost out on a whole lot of games. However, I did get one game from them. There's this place called Video World, and they had this game called Mystical Ninja for the Nintendo 64, because they sold PS2 games, PS1 games, Xbox. 64 and Dreamcast, and you know I had all of them. But when I saw Mr. Ninja, I could not miss the opportunity. That is my #1 absolute favorite on 64. Like, it's a must-have, and I hate that Nintendo Online does not have a game for purchase. It's made by Konami, so it's not like it was from some independent producer. It's from a prestigious, you know, company who has been around for forever. Literally. You know, so I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, why, you know, didn't y'all bring this back? Like, they, fucking Konami could have remade the game. They could have brought it back for the Switch 2. Way better. But slept on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, that's their problem. Like, Japan, they have so much fire shit that come out for them. And then sometimes it'll come out over here, but it'll never come out, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it'll come out over here, but never come over here. And that shit to me is so unfair, because some of the titles will be really fire titles. And, you know, with the right publicity,
not so long as you keep them pointed toward the
they would
enemy.
have got, you know what I'm saying, the traffic that they needed to flourish. But sometimes they don't invest in promotion, you know, and that's why they don't thrive that well. They don't sell that well. But that game was amazing. Like, my cousins, you know, they had came on a super called Romance Great Adventure, and my cousins like, you know what I mean? They were picky about playing. So I was like, bro,
Astral energy.
Say no more.
what's up? They were literally. You
Barely a blip on our radar.
Yeah, I do. Let's play that. And I'm like, but I got Conquer's Bad Fur Day. I want to play that. All right. And it was crazy because it starts off as a 2-player game, and then as you progress, you can play with 4 players. And most games didn't have that capability where you could play a RPG, a platformer RPG. With 4 players at the same time on a 64. That's actually a lot of fun. And, you know, I don't know what happened to that one either. I gotta get that one back. And I was hoping that Sony was going to re-release it on the network, and they never did. So I'm like, man. Some stuff you have to hold on to when you get it.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Alright, cool. Now, the only thing I don't like about this though is repetition.
We won that by a mile.
Like, I'm loving how I'm just decimating these enemies, but the repetition is killing me though. But this is how you do it though. This is how you get stronger and get prepared.
An opponent like this should be easy.
It's like literally, you know, leveling up. Haven't you watched Solo Leveling? That's what he did. He sat around and leveled up the first time before he got anywhere. And then became a badass. And I've always played my games like that. I will always, as soon as I get an RPG, I'll level up, you know, it's like 10 and get in the area, and then go out and do stuff. So that way I got 10 levels on my belt that I know I can rely on to, you know, give me a decent time while I'm, you know, fighting shit or exploring stuff. And then every time I get to a new area, I try to at least go up like 5 or 10 levels so I can be ahead of the, you know, the environment. But that's just my, you know, my play style. But other people, you know what I mean, do what they want. But that worked for me. That's how I was able to beat Final Fantasy 11. I did all the content.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
360, and I had to be really patient because that game was so time consuming and so difficult at the time I played it because they didn't have all the new
right.
Gotcha.
accommodations for new players for a player period. You know what I mean? Like, it was so hard to level up back in the day. Just to level up along of how you ready to rage quit. Okay. But alright, so the question is, that's the end of this one. But anyways, folks, whoever tuned in, you know, like and subscribe. Appreciate you if you do. And have a good one, man. You know, if you're a gamer, keep gaming. You know, if you just a streamer watching YouTube videos, thanks for watching. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, you know, stay up, have fun, be blessed, and, you know, do right by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be good to yourself so you know how to treat somebody else. Anyway, peace.